like to welcome everyone back after the Christmas and New Year's vacation to Faith and Yoga at St. Bartholomew's. I'm Dixie. I'm here with my husband Fred, Erin Porter, and Glenn Gilbrecht, and I welcome all of you back together with us also. I hope all of you had a restful, peaceful, joyful holiday time and enjoyed some of the time with the church services that were available to watch wherever you go to church, and I have the church services here as well. But here we are, a new year, 2021, a new yoga season. I have officially been here 1 year, which is hard to believe that I've been here a year teaching faith and yoga. So I thank St. Bartholomew's congregation for allowing me and giving me the opportunity to share it with all of you. I did something on Facebook, social media. It was sponsored by Dayspring, which is a Christian company. They make cards and music and posters and that sort of thing. But they had a little quiz to take to see what your word of the year is. And my word of the year happens to be connect. So for the month of February, the remaining 4 weeks that we'll be filming in January, I will be focusing on connect. And that being said, how many of you, when you were young, enjoyed playing with Legos? Can you think back and imagine all the different colors and types of sizes of blocks and all the different sets? It's really endless what you can do with Legos. But Legos work together because they connect with each other. And I've asked each of the yoga team members here to build a little Lego project with some Legos that I borrowed from my granddaughters. And as you will see, each one has a characteristic that is different from the others, and that is designed by the builder itself, and the builder was designed by God. It's all connected. So we'll start by Fred. He'll show off his first Lego building.
For my structure, I built just a very simple tower-like structure, but the premise of this structure is you need a good foundation, just like in life, and you need to be grounded. And in order to do that, I put these blocks together so that they're staggered, as you can see, whereas if I just stacked everything all together in one piece, they would not be as firm. So, putting them like that, if a windstorm would come along, they'd fall over one way or the other. So that's the intent. I'm getting back to another word we use a lot here, your intention. So the intention is to have a good foundation to build on, something that is going to be more solid. So therefore, we have a tower, a firm foundation. Thank you.
Thanks, Fred. Thanks for talking about the foundation too, because just like building and anything else, yoga has a foundation too, which we work from and which we connect things together. So Glenn, would you be ready to come up?
Sure.
Well, based on that foundation, mine's not quite a foundation. Mine is hither, thither, and everywhere. Kind of like all the different people that live in my neighborhood, like all the different people that live in our country. We all have differences of opinions, of looks, of whatever we're into, jobs. But you know, here in our country, we are supposed to remain connected. Just like with God, everybody is so different with so many different gifts that still we are connected through our one and only Savior, Jesus Christ. That's why mine looks a little more strange.
Well, Glenn, thank you for that too, in that little dissertation, and it's so true. When I saw yours, I thought you built a robot. I thought Glenn built a robot, that's what I saw. But it's all in what you see. Erin, would you be ready to come up?
So I built a bridge, and in life, oftentimes we need ways to connect to each other or to God, and maybe we need bridges to do that.
Erin, that is so true. And once again, coming back to yoga, we need to connect the foundations of yoga. We can build a bridge in yoga. We can do that position. Tabletop is kind of what Fred was talking about with the foundations. And then the different poses, you know, what's fun to do an eagle, to be a tree, to be a star, and they're all come back to the foundation of yoga. Thank you very much for all that. That was more than I hoped for. You don't always get more than you hope for, but I got it today, so thank you, yoga team. Fred, would you do our chime to get our yoga breathing started? Thank you. We're going to do a block breathing, which by being a block or a cube has, well, let's stick with a block. A block has 4 equal sides. I brought one along today to put the candle on. So if you notice the block, we're going to think of this for our breathing. You can sit in a comfortable position. If you're tired and you're just watching this after working all day, please lie down. I want you to be comfortable. We're going to be inhaling and exhaling through the nose. We're going to inhale for a count of 4. Exhale through the nose for a count of 4. Make them nice and deep inhalations. And at home, and here also, if you want to visualize or go get a square, or like we did before, draw the square on a piece of paper like we did with the star breathing, but that's what we're going to do today. So starting at one corner here, if you inhale for a count of 4, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And one more time around, that makes 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale through the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. You can do this at home. You can do it in your car if you need to, if you're being stressed by your drive to and fro, wherever you're going. Think about that. Easy to remember, 4 breaths, 4 sides to a square or a block. The Bible verse that I use today for connection is from Hebrews chapter 10, verses 24 and 25. Let us think of ways to motivate one another to acts of love and good works, and let us not neglect our meeting together, as some people do, but encourage one another, especially now that the day of his return is drawing near. So remember to motivate each other, encourage each other, and connect one way or another. There's many ways to connect these days. So we're going to start our warm-up. So if you'd meet me on the mat in a child's pose, we'll get started. I know it may have been a while for some of you, but big toes come together. The knees are spread apart and you sit back, let your hips go back, and arms reach out. And once again, we're going to continue here with a little bit more breathing. So once again, breathing in and exhaling out through your nose for a count of 4. Let's breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. This time when you breathe in, let yourself push back a little as you inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you exhale, let yourself come back forward, rocking forward. 1, 2, 3, and 4. A stillness breath here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just let yourself get warmed up here. Let your body move forward and back in the child's pose. And let your hips go to the right of your mat and to the left of your mat. Just getting your body warmed up and ready. And then meeting me back in stillness. From child's pose here, we're going to put our left hand at the corner of our mat. We're going to press into that hand and bring our right hand over and put it on top of our hand and do a stretch to the left side of the mat. And once again, breathing in for a count of 4 and out. Coming to the center of the mat again, letting yourself go back for a breath here. 4. And putting your right hand on the right corner of your mat, taking your left hand over and doing a stretch there for a count of 4. Breathing in through your nose. Coming back over to the center of the mat. Breathing in for a count of 4. And exhaling. And letting yourself come to tabletop position. Taking just a little bit of time in the transition of movement from one to another. Thinking how your body is going to connect here. We're going to take time to spread our fingers wide in front of us. Make sure that your position is that shoulders are over wrists, that you're straight there. Knees are about hip distance apart. Toenails are flat on the mat. And once again, let yourself push forward and back. I went back first, that felt better, back, and then forward. Just getting some motion started. And letting yourself go from side to side, to the right and to the left. Then coming back to stillness. We're going to take our hands here and we're going to turn them the opposite way we usually have them. I'm not particularly fond of this. It really gives a stretch, but we need that. We don't use that part, those muscles too often. So let yourself do that for as long as you are comfortable doing it. But it does certainly feel different. And then let your hands come back down and around. And spread open again. And get yourself realigned. Getting ready to do some cat and cows. And when you're ready, we'll take a breath in, inhale, belly drops, gaze looks up for cow. Exhale, pull that navel into your spine for cat. Doing a good arch up here on your back. Letting yourself come back down to cow. Inhale, gaze looks up. And exhale. Pull that navel into your spine for cat. And coming back to neutral tabletop position here. Letting yourself wag the dog a little bit with your back. We're still warming up. So we're going to extend our right hand out in front of us. We're going to send back our left foot, our left leg, foot points down for spinal balance. Gaze looks out ahead of us, like you were going to wave to someone or shake someone's hand, and bring that back. Send your left hand out, right foot goes back, toes point down. And bringing it back. We're going to return back to the right side, hand goes out, left foot goes back. We're going to do a pointer dog. Let yourself go over to the right side of your mat. And back. And bring that back in. Going to send the left hand out, right foot back. And when you're ready, pointer dog to the right corner of your mat. Looking good. Returning to center. We're going to send the right arm out again. We're going to send the left leg back. We're going to inhale and pull that right arm to the left knee with a little crunch here. Exhale and send back out. Inhale and bring it back in again. Exhale, send it out. And one more time. Good. Take just a minute. Shake that left hand out. We were pressing into that pretty good there. And when you're ready, left hand goes out. Right leg goes back. Inhale, pull that in. Exhale, out. 2 more times. One more time. Stretching back. Good job. Let yourself come back to tabletop. And whatever you need to do, if you need to loosen up your arms and shoulders there, go ahead. Going to meet you in the center of the mat. Soles of the feet will come together in a cobbler's position. Sitting nice and tall. Let's get those legs working a little bit. Haven't seen too many butterflies lately. But let your legs be like butterflies. And while you're in this position, if you take your left hand and hold your feet, and put your right hand behind you, and look over your right shoulder. Breathing in and out. And coming back to center. And do the same with the left hand. Left hand comes behind. And look around here. Coming back to center. Let's send our feet out in front of us into staff position. Feet are flexed. We're sitting nice and tall. We're going to warm up our neck a little bit. So we're going to pretend that our nose is a crayon. Pick your favorite color, and we're going to draw some circles to the right, starting with the right, either small or large, whatever is most comfortable for you, and then reverse into the other direction. Meeting back in center. A little chin to chest, nod forward. Taking a breath here. And inhale through the nose for a count of 4. And exhale through the nose. Bringing head to normal position. Taking the right ear towards the shoulder. I don't expect you to touch your shoulder, just mean it that way. Returning to center and to the left. Returning to center. If you're comfortable to lean your head back, go right ahead, but please be gentle with your neck. Looking up. Coming back to center. And then just do a gentle head roll to the left. And then chin to chest, and then reverse it to the right. We'll start with some arms. Bring those arms up together, palms are parallel. And then open the arms up. They should be out by your side. Bring them back just a little bit, open them up a little bit, and come across your chest to give yourself a hug. Release your arms, they're parallel again, looking. Lift them up. Open. This time, see if you can remember which one you had on top last time, and reverse it. Another hug. Good job. And coming back down to neutral, we're going to roll our shoulders back. About 5 times in each direction. I'm going forward now. Meet me in stillness here. And when you're ready, the right arm comes out. Gently grasp your right wrist and pull it towards your chest for a crossover stretch here. Do what feels right to you. Letting your hand come back out. Hands are facing each other again. If it's easier to do it at your elbow, you can do it that way. Pull it across your chest. Whatever works for you. Back to center. And let's just do some reverse circles here. Taking the arms back and around. And then forward for 3. Good. Meeting with hands are on your shins here. Let's get our feet warmed up here a little bit. Just do a little bit of toe wiggling. Back and forth. And let your feet fall to the corners of your mat. And then back together. Some pointing and flexing. Meeting together in staff position with feet flexed. Arms go up overhead. We're going to bend at the waist and come forward. Our aim is to see those toes. Hold here for a count of 4, a breath in. And a breath out through the nose for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up, let's put that right foot with a knee bend. The sole of the foot is on the mat. The left hand comes over, grabs the knee, right arm comes behind, and we look over the right shoulder. Returning to center, replacing that foot down, bending the left, right arm comes around, hugs that knee, left arm comes around and look behind you. From here, we're just going to take a little bit of a recline position. We're going to bring our knees into our chest. And we're going to do some circles with them, starting in one direction or the other. I've kind of started to go to the left. So do some leg circles, rolling that lumbar spine around. And then switching, and then coming back up again, and going to the right. We're going to let go of our knees, put the arms out by our side, and let those knees fall to the right. Gaze looks over to the left. Taking one more session of the 4 breaths, breath for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhaling through your nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage your core and bring those knees back up to center. Let them fall to the left, and gaze looks over to the right. Good breath in here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And coming back to center. From here, we're going to do Erin's bridge that she built. So we're going to have our hands alongside of us here. We're going to walk the heels of our feet back to our fingertips. When you're ready, we're going to engage our core, use the strength in our thighs, connect it all together, and lift our hips toward the sky or ceiling. Feeling the strength in those legs. Choice here to use bound hands underneath your lower back, or to simply just keep your hands by your side. Taking the time here to connect a breath for 4. Breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. And let your back lower down. Do a windshield wiper here from side to side with those legs. And one more. Okay, coming back up. Returning to staff position one more time. Feet are flexed. Let's see if we warmed up enough that our hands go farther down our toes. So when you're ready, arms go up, feet are flexed, and bend forward. And I got a yes here, they did. What about yes, I think they did for everybody. Yes. Wonderful. That means we're warmed up. And we are ready to get started. So from here, we're going to go back to our foundation to tabletop. And for you Tiger fans, we're going to see how Tiger goes for us today. We got warmed up a little bit with some crunches. So we'll see how we do. Back in tabletop position once again. Hands are spread wide like starfish. Wrists over palms, shoulders over wrists, and elbows. Do a little loosening up here. Knees are hip distance apart. I look back and I don't see my toes, and that's a good thing. So once again, we're going to start with a spinal balance. Starting with our right hand extended out. We're going to extend that left foot back. Toes point down. One more crunch in. Bring that left knee in to meet that right elbow. Send it back out. And this time the right hand comes around, finds that left foot, and pulls up. And we have 1 tiger, 2 tiger, 3 tigers, 4 tigers. Wonderful. Good job. If you're able, the aim is to really stretch that leg up high. If you can, you do what's comfortable for you. And then release and down. Good job, everyone. We didn't do tiger for a while. So give yourself a little bit of movement here. Let's do another breath to connect our breath and energy together. Breathing in through the nose for a count of 4. And out through the nose. We're going to extend the left hand out. Extend the left foot back, the left leg back. Toes are pointing down. Then right knee comes to meet the left elbow. Stretch out. Left hand comes around to find that right foot. There it is. If you're able, sometimes one side's easier than the other, so lift it up. And I'll have more tigers. Wonderful. Good job. Release and come down and give yourself a child's pose. Good job. Let your body continue to loosen up with moving from side to side here. Another breath for 4. And exhaling. Let's do a toe tuck here. And we're going to walk our hands back towards our thighs. And just stretch those feet out a little bit if it's comfortable for you. If it's not, that's all right too. And while we're here, we're just going to bring our arms up, hands meet together, and then bring them back to heart center. Pausing here to breathe in for 4 through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhaling out through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, palms go to the mat, toes are tucked, and we're ready for down dog. So when you're ready, feel the strength, lift those hips up and up towards the sky, and let your feet pedal it out.